4 grave mistakes that real estate wholesalers should never make. All right, so let's talk about that real quick. There's a question that came in as usual, and let's address it together. Hey my friend, this is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. I'm the author of Smart Real Estate Wholesaling and the creator of 11dayschallenge.com. On this video, we're talking about the 4 grave mistakes that real estate wholesalers should never make. All right, so let's talk about that real quick. There's a question that came in as usual, and let's address it together. And then I'm going to give you the 4 grave mistakes that you don't want to be making, like most real estate wholesalers. Keep in mind, most real estate wholesalers don't make money. It's just what it is. The second part of it, a lot of them close their first deal and never close a deal after that because they got lucky. You know, there's a lot of people that actually do get lucky in the game. And after that, it's like crickets, because luck doesn't, it's called luck for a reason. It doesn't happen over and over again. Like miracles don't happen over and over again. Once it happens over and over again, it's no more miracle or luck or hope. It's basically a strategy that you're using that's working. Okay, so that's very important to note when it comes to business and entrepreneurship in general, especially real estate wholesaling. Okay, so now with that being said, let's dive into this question. So I've been working with the seller for a week. Working with the seller for a week? I don't know. That sounds like you're spending way too much time building a seller's ego. If you're building a seller's ego, it's going to work and more against you. It's going to work more and more against you, okay? Because you are basically begging. Not knowingly, but you are begging. Not intentionally, unintentionally, but you're begging. And when you're begging, chances are it's just going to work against you, because there's no one that wants a person with lack of confidence, right? A person with so much time. Nobody wants a person that doesn't value their time to help them, because they automatically perceive you as a person of less value. Okay, that's just the way life works. It works like that in relationships. It works like that in business. Okay. So I've been working with a seller for a week. A week is too long. You have too much time. There's also a good chance that you don't have a pipeline with leads that are waiting for you to address them, to help them, right? And we came to an oral agreement on an offer yesterday. What's a oral? The oral agreement is good enough. It's just as good enough to keep following up until you get the actual black and white agreement signed. Okay, and there should be a limit on that too, because in reality you shouldn't have that much time to be begging someone to sign a contract. Okay, but oral agreement is useless. It's a useless agreement. Okay, she said she wanted to speak with her son before taking the next step. Well, yeah, that's what happens. That's very, very common. Okay, most of your deals are not going to want to speak to a son. Now, it's possible that somebody do want to speak with the son, but usually they're just in a place where they just want a second opinion. They already made up their mind, but that's really none of your business. That's really something you shouldn't worry about. They want to speak to their dog, their father, their mother, their son. Sure. When is a good time I can follow up with you? Can I call you tomorrow? Or you call back tomorrow? You figure out if there's a deal to pursue or not. But it really doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter that they want to speak to their son or not. Okay. She said, but a few hours ago, I got this voicemail from an agent who claims to be working with the seller, but the seller never told me. The agent is probably the son, and that happens a lot. Some family members, somebody who now wants to like, what, there's a deal here. I don't want somebody else to steal my family's deal. Somebody is calling my family and all this craziness. You don't want that. Okay, it gets really nasty. And if somebody calls you and they claim to be a realtor and they want you to give a call back or anything like that, if you're really, really sure that you may have a buyer at the number that you already discussed with this seller, then I will call the person and I will just keep it completely G. That means I will keep it professional. I will see what their concerns are and just show up like the boss that you are. Don't be there to beg. Don't show up to beg. But it's really not a big deal that an agent wants to talk to you. It could just be somebody who wants to feel special and make them feel special, because that's where the deals are. Okay. But again, don't count on it, because for the most part, that's a dead deal. That's a dead lead, and you shouldn't have too much time to be spending with dead leads. Okay. But a few hours ago, okay. All right, anyway, any way I can work around this. No, listen, there's only one thing you're looking for: motivation. The more motivated, the better. Okay? If there's no motivation, don't work around. There's nothing to work around if there's no motivation. Listen, they could be asking for $1 million on a house that's actually worth $200,000. If there's motivation, then you could work around that. You just have to educate them that, hey, your property is a piece of shit, right? Let me show you what's sold in the area in the last few days. I'm going to send you a report, and then let's get back on the phone after that, right? By the way, if you're looking for really, really good reports that you can send to them, like comparables and stuff like that, you can sign up for free at empirebigdata.com, and you can get some comparables over there for free. All right. So let's see here. So here are the 4 or 5 grave mistakes. Okay. Let me see here. How many do I have? I think I have 4. Yeah, 4 grave mistakes you don't want to be making. Okay, I'm going to share with you really quickly. If you want details, you want to go and read it on the blog at myempirepro.com/blog. Okay. Never call yourself a wholesaler. When you call yourself a wholesaler, okay, you will confuse the hell out of your sellers, because nobody knows what that is. You're not an agent, you're not a broker, you're not a lawyer. What the hell is a wholesaler? And then they're going to want to Google, and they'll find my blog, and then I'll educate them, and then they will tell you you're full of it, and they're not going to sell you the property. All right, because this means you're not a professional. It means you're a rookie, right? So don't ever reference yourself as a wholesaler. Real estate wholesaling is an investing strategy. You're an investor as far as the seller is concerned. As far as your colleagues in the real estate wholesaling game is concerned, you are a marketer, a professional marketer with a pipeline of buyers. Okay, that's the best place. That's the most cost-effective way for you to build a business. Okay, so you have a pipeline of buyers. Now you can have a pipeline of sellers too. That's a very expensive fit. Okay, if you have $50 to $500 per lead, sure, but with buyers it costs you $2 to $3 per lead, $2 to $5 at most. That's if you have a poor landing page, right? But you can build a pipeline that way. So never call yourself a wholesaler. That's number 1 grave mistake that most people do. Never wait for. So the idea of waiting for someone to get back to you, you don't wait for. You can wait on them like a waiter, right? In a restaurant, you can serve them by finding out how you can best solve their problem. That's waiting on people. That's fine. That's how you make money in this game. But waiting for people, that means you have too much time in your hands, and no one is going to value your time because you don't value your own time, right? If you have a pipeline, you won't have to worry about that because you have very limited time on spending with one lead, right? Never walk around a the fourth grave mistakes. Okay, the second grave mistake actually is never participate in oral agreements. Oral agreements, you say, oh, that's nice. Okay, so let me know. I'm going to send you the document right now. Once you're ready, give me a call. I'll follow up with you in a week. I'll follow up with you in 3 days. That's the conversation, because you don't have time. You have a pipeline to attend to. You don't have time, right? Number 3, never wait for. I just explained that. Number 4th grave mistake, never try to walk around a non-motivated seller. Okay, there's nothing to walk around because they're not motivated. It's either they're motivated on time or they're motivated on money. Either one of those you can make money from. But if they're not motivated, they don't really need to sell, you're wasting your time. And if you're wasting your time, you don't value your time, and it's no wonder why they're treating you like the way they're treating you. So that means a person of no value. So if you want to have some value, you need to build a pipeline. Okay. And if you want to learn how to do that, go to smartrealestatewholesaling.com and get this book for free. And if you go there right now, I'll give you real estate money secrets as a bonus, absolutely free of charge. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.